Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and I know you're wondering, Johnny, what's with the gloves? The reason is today we have Mike Tyson and Robin Givens with us. Actually, no, I'm only kidding. But we do have the Eastern United States Olympic Trials champion with us, and also a man who's won the New England Golden Glove Championship the last 3 years. He's just begun his pro career, managed by F. Mac Buckley. Let's have a big hand for boxer John Scully. John, come on out here. Hi, John. Thanks for being on the show, buddy. So, John, how did you get into boxing? Why boxing, John? It's a brutal sport. I mean, I was playing with these gloves earlier today. I mean, it's pretty compact glove.
Well, you know, it's a...
I mean, do you get hit a lot? I mean, you're a middleweight, right?
No, I tasted it when I was young, and, you know, I realized now I got to stay out of the way of those punches. So, no, ever since I was young, I've always liked boxing. Mm-hmm. And what happened was in '82, when I was 14, my father saw an ad for a local gym in Windsor Locks, mm-hmm. and so we went up there, we started boxing. The guy kind of liked, you know, what he saw, you know, which wasn't much. Now, obviously, I didn't really know anything.
Now, was your father a fighter?
No. Nobody followed it, I mean, really closely. Yeah. So, you know, he was always into it. He went to the fights in New York back in the 50s.
Okay, so you were New England Golden Glove champion the last 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
You went to the Olympic trials. Now, what happened? I've read some things in the paper. What happened at the trials?
I was a bronze medalist, came in 3rd place. And
now, you were the Eastern Regional champion.
Right, Eastern United States champion, yep. What happened was, see, the way it works is to get to the Olympics, at the beginning of the 4 years, you know, there's thousands of guys in each weight class. Mm-hmm. Over the 4 years, it's a constant seeding out process where guys are eliminated through the Golden Gloves, the AAUs, that type of thing. It comes down to 8 guys that have a chance to make it at the trials. One of the ways to get in there is through the Eastern Olympic trials and the Western Olympic trials. I went to the Easterns, and I won 3 fights. In the finals, I beat the world champion. And that's how I got in there. Mm-hmm. And then in the trials,
who's the world champion?
Darren Allen from Columbus, Ohio. And so I beat him, and then he got to the trials on what's known as an at-large berth, kind of like a most noteworthy type of thing. And I fought him again in the semifinals, and I lost a controversial decision. Mm-hmm. That's what I would call it. And then you know, we took it from there. I turned pro, and here I am.
Mm-hmm. So. Now, when the Olympics were going on over in Seoul, were you sitting down there going, "That could have been me," or what was going through your mind?
If I was there, I you know, my guy Anthony Hembrick didn't make the fight. He got disqualified for missing the bus, right? So I don't think that would happen to me. I would have crawled, you know, for the chance to fight there. But I didn't. After the Olympics was after I turned pro. You know, I didn't really think about the Olympics too much. I didn't care. I was more concerned about 2 friends of mine that were on a team that were fighting, and I was looking out for them, hoping they would win. But as far as wishing I was there, I kind of put it all beside me, just because of the politics and amateur boxing and that type of thing. And now,
what was your first pro fight like? Hartford Civic Center. You're managed by F. Mac Buckley from here from Hartford, and
it was exciting. I'll tell you, the best thing about the whole thing was before the fight and after the fight. Like, the fight was routine.
The women that were hanging around you, John?
The women, the kids. I mean, you know, signing little autographs for kids and.
Now, was it packed at Civic Center?
Oh, it was sold out.
Really?
Sold out. Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Who else was on the card?
Troy Wortham.
He's from Hartford.
26-1 as a pro. One loss. The only time he ever lost was to Mark Breland.
That's right.
On national TV, and we're sparring partners.
He got knocked out?
No. He went 10 rounds with Mark Breland when Breland was knocking everybody out. And I've been sparring with Troy every day. So, and then there's a couple other local guys. We've got what's known as we're known as the Irish Knights boxing, and we've got 5 guys, a stable of fighters. We all train together and go to all the fights together, and we fought and we all won.
So what was going through your mind that first fight? I mean, that was September.
September 16. Yeah. Well, like I said, I've been into fights like that before. The fight was kind of routine. You know, it wasn't really too much pressure as far as that goes.
You knocked him out?
First round, yeah. Okay. Yeah, body shots.
You ever been knocked down?
Never.
Knocked out?
Never knocked down.
Have you ever been hurt?
I don't know. I've been stunned. John? Never on my knees. Never on my knees, but
8 counts?
I've been stunned once.
Now, what happens when you're stunned? I mean, what do you mean because you hear that all the time? He's stunned. I mean, you just black out.
It's like
it's like
a room. There's like a room you go to, and it's just you're just in it, and it's like a bubble. And you know what's happening. You know exactly. You say, "Wow, I've been hit. I'm kind of stunned." but you're just trying to get out, and you have to fight to get out. And I've never been stunned where I didn't know what I was doing.
Do you hold on to people, or is that?
No, when I get hurt, I run away, run around. I run around the circle, and
until you
yeah,
come out of this ring?
Yeah. I've never been hurt where I didn't know what I was doing. I've always had a sense of what was happening. But one time I got hurt, hit with a punch, and I was like blind.
When was it? Was there a point in your career when you said, "Well, look, this is what I'm going to do for a living. This is it. I'm not, I can't go out drinking. I can't go to movies."
Day one is when I decided that even before then I wasn't the the party and fool around type of.
The newspaper.
But as far as deciding that was what I wanted to do, I always knew right from the first fight. My first fight was when I was 15, and right from then I knew it was something I was going to be doing for a long time.
You see where people, and sometimes fighters who have fathers who were mentors or who are managers, that kind of is a conflict of interest. Do you find that a problem with you and your father?
No, not really. Sometimes he gets a little excited.
Is he just an advisor more or less, or is he?
Well, as far as actual boxing, he doesn't know. No, I'm
over here, Johnny.
He doesn't know really anything about the actual how boxing works and what to do. He couldn't tell me how to fight, but he just says, be careful and watch yourself. And he's always at the fights. He rarely misses a fight. The only time he hasn't watched me is when I went to California or somewhere like that. But
what kind of advice does he give you? I mean, does he?
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
That's pretty standard.
The basic thing. Just don't get hit. And he said when I was younger, he told me, he realizes it's more important now. But when I was younger, he said, if you can't beat the guy, just move around and finish the fight. Just don't get knocked out. Which is not bad advice. So.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna stay with us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back. Stay with us for Downtown with John Scully from Windsor. We'll be right back.
Take a tear me away from my God. It's nothing.
Okay, we're back with John Scully. And John, the question I want to know is highlights of your Olympic career over there. Where was the training site for that?
For the
trials.
For the trials. Well, I trained. My own personal training came at home and
where do you train at home?
In Hartford, Bellevue Square, Bellevue Square Boys Club in Hartford, and at the Hartford Boxing Club.
Now you're managed by F. Mac Buckley. How is that working out? I mean,
good. I've known Mac off and on for like 6 years, and just recently when I made the trials and that type of thing, I knew he was interested in my pro career, and we got together and talked, and he came to the trials. He went to the Golden Gloves Nationals with me.
Did you know Marlon Starlings?
Yeah, I know Moochie, yeah. Yeah, we train a little bit together sometimes at the gyms.
How about Willie Pep? He was one of the greatest fighters.
Oh, yeah. I've known him right from when I first started boxing. He's always at the fights, and he's the commissioner in boxing now. So when I'm there at the fights, he weighs us in, that type of thing.
So the Olympic trials, you got to meet Sugar Ray Leonard. You got to meet some real boxing celebrities.
Over the years, it's been good. I met a lot of world champions. I trained with a few. Met Hagler. Sugar Ray,
Now Hagler's in your division, is he in middleweight?
Right, he retired recently. Recently, yeah. But I trained at his gym for a long time, at Hagler's gym, off and on for about the last 2.5 years, and sparred with his brother and some other people. So.
Training. Okay, we saw where Rocky was quoted as saying that women weaken legs. Do you find that you have to no sex, or do you have, what kind of sex do you have, John? Do you have?
Is my mother watching this?
Sugar Ray Leonard. Tell me a little about him. What's he like?
Not like you see on TV. On TV they portray him as being, Mr. Smiles and all that kind of stuff. Not that he's a mean guy, but he's down to earth. He's not he's not plastic. He's a real guy, and he's real nice to me. He brought me over his house and showed me around the house. He was really excited about showing me his house.
So he wanted to manage you, I guess.
He was interested in the.
Now he got in trouble for that at the Olympics. They kicked him out, didn't they? Because he was.
Well, no. What happened was he quit. He quit on his own because he didn't feel like his input to the team was being heated or whatever.
So he was giving the coach suggestions on how to train.
Yeah, on the whole team, and he had a lot of criticism for the team, and I think just there was a lot of tension, and they didn't really want a big star coming in there and telling them what to do.
The most decorated amateur from Connecticut in 40 years, weighing 160
You're in the ring. You hear the cliches a lot on TV where, you know, if a boxer's hurt or something. Can you tell when a boxer's hurt? I mean,
usually there's signs they give away. Some guys they're able to give it away easy, and other guys they can hide. I feel like I've been able to hide it. You know, I've been stunned a few times, and you know, everyone gets stunned. There's no one in the world, Hagler, Mike Tyson.
What's a sign if a boxer's hurt? Like if you can tell a boxer's hurt, if you hit.
They blink. That's it. Once you see them blink, you know, you know they're in trouble. Yeah. Or you know, they'll do this. Some guys. They shake it like they don't want you to see them shake their head, but they're so hurt that they don't realize.
Well, how about somebody like who puts his face in front of you and who dares you or says that who's saying that you didn't hurt him? I mean, is that a sign?
When they say you didn't hurt him, that means you hurt him or you made him. They feel like they look bad. You know, they don't. No one ever does that when they're winning big. If you're winning big, you don't say, "Oh, you didn't hurt me." But it's when you have nothing left. If you're hurt or you're frustrated. A lot of guys do it when they're frustrated. When you have a style, styles make fights. You know, and there's some guys that have styles that really just throw you off completely, and there's nothing left to do.
Okay, so you weigh in at what? 160.
160. Yep.
And I'm 220. And I haven't got much experience, but I do have the weight on you, John. What are the chances of us getting in the ring and finding out who's the tougher opponent?
John Scully, the bronze medalist from the Olympic trials in the first round with a TKO over...
Good luck.
All right.
Thanks for being on the show. Okay. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Downtown. Stay with us.
Hi everybody, I'm Bill Patrick of ESPN. You know, after a hard day's work slaving over a hot computer terminal, there's only one TV show that I can even stand coming home to, and that's Downtown with Johnny Mason. Johnny knows how to get the most out of his guests.
You have that ability to drag the things out of people. They don't really want to reveal it to the public, but I know your stuff. I've seen it in print. I've seen it on the air.
Because, quite frankly, Johnny knows how to ask the right question at precisely the right time.
I'm kind of lost here. Can we start again? Let me ask you this. Brooks Fire.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of reaction do you get? I just asked you that. Never mind.
In Turkey, we were living in Turkey. And
Turkey, the country?
Yeah, Turkey. Do you know another Turkey?
No, I just meant Turkey, Connecticut.
Downtown with Johnny Mason. Watch it on your local cable access channel.
You no good punk, Scully! You better run! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that just about wraps up our show from Downtown with John Mason. Join us in about 2 weeks, and our guest will be the one and only Senator Joe Weicker. Until then, this is John Mason saying goodnight from Downtown, and we'll see you.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown, just